Oh, hello everyone. How are you doing today? Sure, gotta get right. How are you doing today? It is Friday and I am back at it again. Oh, I guess a lot of why I'm so sorry, y'all. I didn't come live Tuesday. I have I was recuperating from a long weekend that I actually had, and it was very exciting. I went to the wedding of the century, y'all. I went to the wedding of the century. It was very exciting. I had a great time. So I spent most of my week recuperating because it was nice on the beach. Nice place to go. So if any of you are planning a wedding, um, you know, pick out, if you're not afraid of water and you've been on water or something, um, Yacht Solaris, however you pronounce it. That yacht is amazing. It is beautiful. So that's why I actually went. And why did I call it the wedding of the century? Because I really enjoyed. I was invited to a wonderful wedding, and I'm probably break this up into like three parts. Because when I first got there, it was amazing. I mean, I got to the resort, checked in, and everything. I had this beautiful room that was amazing itself. I won't even call it a room. It was pretty much a whole apartment within itself. When I tell you it had everything, it had everything. So if you are booking a wedding, you are what is it? I think it was the Sandestin. And so it was beautiful. You had all these nice restaurants out there, people driving around on their golf carts and everything. It was like a whole city within itself. So went to the got to the wedding, had picked out apparel and everything. I got checked in. I won't say the day I got checked in for certain reasons. But the wedding was it was the next day. So got dressed and everything. And I was actually, I met up with, close people, sisters of mine. And we actually got down there and I got dressed and everything. I took my precious time getting dressed because what I didn't know, I had selected another place and I hurried up and did everything just like this, but I had selected another place and it showed that I was gonna be like 8 minutes away from where the wedding was gonna take place. What's going on, Cece? I was trying to see who there was. Cece in the house. And so I was and thank you so much, Cece. You were too. Of course, I won't be disclosing names on here. I bet you can figure out who's who. So it was wonderful, and I got there. So I'm getting ready in my room, and as I'm getting ready in my room, Bob Rand calls me. Larry, where you at? Well, man. And I said, well, I'm getting ready. I'm about to walk out the door. This is actually going up to the wedding because we getting ready to you. I said your name, CC. I didn't say what name of who. Cause your name's showing up in the chat. But don't nobody know of who these characters are. We know you gonna figure them out though. So Barbara Ann, she calls me, where you at? I said, well, I'm getting ready and I had gotten some inside. I was getting all this inside. It's amazing. You stay at the resort that you didn't know, because really I didn't know the wedding people were gonna be there. I didn't know they were staying at that resort. So it's amazing. You stay at the resort and the inside information that you get when you at the resort, when you meet people. Can leave that right there. So I said, well, I'm on my way. I said, it ain't like the boat gonna leave at 4:30 anyway, because the boat was we were supposed to be there by 4:30. That's what we had gotten, but because of inside information I had gotten, even though I was gonna be there by 4:30, I said, well, okay. And come to find out, I was only 3 minutes away. I was walking distance, but I was not about to walk out there on how I was dressed. So hurry up, put on my clothes. I won't say I hurried up because I started getting ready around about 3, and I didn't actually get there to like 4:15. So I gets there and I called Barbara Ann. I said, well, Barbara Ann, where y'all at? She said, you have to walk to the end of the dock. I'm like, okay, the end of the dock. So I'm just thinking, I take like 4 feet on the dock and then I'm there, or 5 feet. She said the end of the dock, all I could see was me walking way out in the middle of the ocean. Like it seemed like I had to walk a mile. And I was never, I say, did she just tell me I had to walk all the way? She said, you will see us. I can't see y'all from here because I'm still standing on shore. So now y'all saying I got to walk because Yacht Solaris was way out in the middle of the ocean because that's where that dock was. I mean, at the end of the dock. So I gets to walking out there and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm walking, and this man, he drive by me. And I don't have a problem with talking to people. I just talk to anybody. So the man, he drive by me, hey there, because I had on a particular fashionable coat. And he was like, hey there, how are you doing? He was like, oh, I love what you have. I was like, thank you. And it was on the tip of my tongue. Well, I thank you. Where are you headed, sir? Then she go to my Christmas. And I was like, where are you headed, sir? That's what in my mind I was saying. Because I'm like, I need somebody to take me way down here in the middle of the ocean so I can get on Yacht Solaris, which they wouldn't let nobody on. And then I was thinking about before I actually got and started walking onto the water like Jesus did. They had all them golf carts there. And I was like, boy, because what I told Cassandra, what I was thinking about, I was just gonna get on one and just drive off it, drive on the dock with it, and say, "Oh, I thought they were for us," because there was a lot of them parked out there. So I get down there, I see Bob Rand. She dressed up, got on her nice wine color outfit. I see Lanika got on her colorful outfit, all looking dab fabulous. I see Yantessica got on her wonderful outfit, and I see Cassandra. I mean, just they all looking fabulous. The Fab Mob. So Barbara Ann taking pictures. She don't start taking pictures of me before I even get there. I didn't even know she took them pictures that quick. She took pictures of me like I was walking on the runway, and I didn't even recognize. So I get down to the dock. We laughing and talking, but really, they didn't know what was going on in my head. What was really going on in my head was we out in the middle of the ocean. All I see is water all around me. I can't swim. So I stood beside the gas pump because this wind is starting to pick up and blow. And I don't need this wind to blow me over because if it go to blow me, I'm gonna grab hold of this gas pump. So I wanted to take some pictures. We got some pictures taken. So I told Cassandra, I was like, well, Cassandra, you'll take some pictures. Cassandra gonna look. Oh, you better not go near that ocean. You go there. You know you clumsy. You go near that ocean if you want to and fall over in it. I'm gonna have to pray. Jesus, you gonna have to walk on the water like Jesus did. I'm like, so ain't nobody gonna save me. So I didn't get close to the water. So that was the dark part. Besides the fact that we was about to go, well, they was about to go eat out. How y'all gonna go eat out during? And we supposed to be waiting low. But I guess because it was going on 5 o'clock, 5:15 and Miss Fletcher, she was getting her wedding dress. I guess she was getting her wedding dress stitched up hand by hand. So we was waiting on because the groomsmen had already got there. I actually walked by them as I was going to the headed to the yacht. So the guy he tell us, he said, well, okay, they loading up. So I get them back the menu and I'm walking fast back because see, I don't walk over from the dock. Now I gotta walk back. Now I need to hitch a ride with somebody. So we gets on the dock. We gets on the boat now. This is where the wedding situation start. We gets on the boat. When I tell you, Miss Fletcher and Mike, they took over the whole boat. We had the whole big old ship. We had a whole big old cruise ship to ourselves. First floor, second floor, and the third floor. So I walk in, go up a flight of steps. We on the second floor. I was like, "Oh, this is nice," because I'm looking at the first floor. I'm like, "Oh, this is nice," but I'm like, "Okay, where they got the we inside of? We on the third tier." Just in case some of you don't know what the third tier is, when you on top of the boat, you can see the sky, the moon, the planets, and the Jupiters and the Mars and the Plutos, and you see all of the water. Now I wasn't ready for that because this was my first time actually on a boat. So I goes up and I sit in a chair because I had sat at the table with Lisa and Morris and their children. So I'm sitting there like this, and my chair is going like this. And you know when you sitting in a chair and if it's uneven, you can rock in it. But I noticed this chair was stable, but I'm like, why am I rocking? So then I started getting like, I guess I was having a panic attack, anxiety. And I remember Barbara Ann said she was gonna take us some pills. I think it was a Xanax or something for her anxiety. And I almost like went to her and said, "You brought them pills with you because right now I'm having a panic moment." And the ship was just rocking and a rolling, rocking and a rolling, rocking and a rolling. And I said to myself, we ain't went nowhere. We were just still in motion. So I'm sitting there rocking and a rolling. I said, why is this boat going like this? And I'm all thoughts going through my head, like, oh my God, like this ship, it feel like it's about to tilt over because all of these people, I wouldn't tell nobody my thoughts because I didn't want to start worrying people because people would be like, what is wrong with him? Why is this? Because in my head, I was like going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I'm sitting up there. Cassandra turns around. They had chairs just in case you didn't have no place to sit. They had chairs near the edge, but there were like rails and stuff, so you couldn't just fall over. I didn't want to go near no edge. I didn't even sit near the edge. I actually sat at a table like middle of the boat on the top. So I'm looking. Cassandra turns around. Larry, will you bring us a chair? Because it was Cassandra, Barbara Ann, and Hillary. Hillary, she was sitting on the outside, but she moved on the inside. Could come to find out she wanted to stay warm. So I'm like, Larry, will you bring me that chair over there? I'm looking and I'm looking at her. But really in my head, I was saying to myself, you get your way up and get that chair. Don't you see I'm going through a moment? You can't tell. I'm going through a moment over here. I am really having a moment and you asking me to go over there and get a chair. Ooh, this boat is rocking and a rolling and a rocking, and I allowed to rock and fall over the edge, and I can't swim. So I goes get the chair and bring it over there. So I sits back. Lisa say, "This must be your first time on a boat. You must never been on a cruise." Lisa, I ain't been on a cruise. This is my first time. I think I'm not gonna be able to. They gonna have to call me up here when the wedding starts. Cause I'm gonna have to either go to the second floor or the. Now I wasn't telling nobody none of this. I just kept a smile on my face. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go to the second floor where I'm not really dealing with all of this because I'm seeing all of everything and so finally myself like it got used to everything. Finally, Miss now Mike has gotten up there with the groomsmen and they way on the top of the mountain of the ship. They really on the top. And so Miss Fletcher, she's arrived. They have finally got finished sewing up that dress that she had gotten handmade, and she have arrived later, and I mean later on. So she arrived beautiful, got curls and everything, just as beautiful as she can be. They had made up her face and everything, beautiful. And so I'm sitting up there, look, I'm sitting there while everybody freezing, cause folks show were cold. I'm so cold. Ooh, oh, I'm so cold. I was sitting up there with my little coat on. What's going on, Monica? So I say, well, okay. I'm looking at Mike and Miss Fletcher up there. They was such a beautiful couple there up there, just standing, just getting married. But the wind was just blowing, and the wind. I'm stable in my. I'm anchored down, just like that ship anchored down that we was on. I'm anchored down because I'm like the wind is blowing. Don't ask me to stand up. I stood up, but I stood up for just a little bit. I was, okay, I'm finna sit back down. So that the man, he going to the reverend, the minister, the captain, the sailor, the lieutenant of the ship. He went over their vows and everything. And I was so scared for Mike and Miss Fletcher because I said, this wind blowing. I said, this wind gonna start singing Gladys Knight and blow them love overboard. Still can't help myself. And they're gonna blow them overboard because it was right at the edge. When I tell you it was right at the edge, so I was so scared. I was scared for their life. I said, woo. So finally the wedding was over. The wedding was over, and my anxieties have calmed down off the boat and everything. Yes, Love Overboard. Gladys Knight sung that song, and they was about to go Love Overboard if that wind kept blowing. Because her hair was just blowing back. And I was sitting there praying. Nobody did. See, people don't really be knowing what sometimes be going through my head. And I couldn't express it because I was trying to be discreet on the ship. Because it was stuff that was going. I was thinking about the Titanic sinking. So I was like, oh God, what if the wind blow this ship over? So we goes and they were like, everybody make your way downstairs. So we went to the first tier. This topic is the party table. Whenever you go to an event, you have different tables there. Most of the time, some people gauge the tables, assess the room, see what table. Okay, this is the boring table here. Oh, this is the looking table here. Oh, this is the table that don't have no posts over here. But oh, you got the party central table over here. I was at the party central table. You had Bob Rand. Now let me name it in order. You had Yantessa, Lanika. You had little old Xavier sitting beside me. You had Hillary sitting on the other side of me. You had Cassandra, Bob Rand, and I can't remember the other lady name. What was the other lady name? Teresa. That was her name. You had Teresa sitting beside Bob Rand, and you had Auntie and Yantessa. We was all sitting at that table. When I tell you we was having a blast, we was having a blast at that table. So everybody, I never paid attention how people were looking at us. But we was over there having a blast. And Yantessa, she had went, she had like a little nice little drink. It wasn't nothing too hard, but it was so funny because they was telling jokes about, they were saying something about somebody's birthday. She was like, girl, don't do like somebody else did your birthday in May. And they get you something in your birthday. They get you something for your birthday in October and November. Lanika looked over at her. Lanika looked over at her. Girl, you tried it. I tell you what, you don't get no more drinks tonight. She only had one. She was telling the truth. How you gonna wait to somebody? How you gonna wait to somebody? You gonna wait to October? Their birthday way in January, May. Their birthday way in January. Might as well just say their birthday way in January, May, and you waiting to October. Soon we were gonna be at New Year's service. I guess if we went to that trip, we were gonna be at New Year's service Eve. It's another new year. Oh, I ain't gone. It's another new year. Oh, I ain't gone. It's another new year. Oh, I ain't gone. Cassandra ain't got her gift, but she ain't gone. It's another. We don't went into 2022. Cassandra said, but she got a gift, and she got a gift in October. So we sitting there, we just having a blast. When I tell you we had a blast at that table, so we getting up. Now we supposed to be going up because Tessa had already told us. She said, you know, when they serve the table, they start way up in the front. And we was near the catering table. So I said, well, okay. So we sitting there and people just started doing what they want. I told Hillary, I said, see, this black folks stuff. I say some black people, they just do what they want to do. So people just start just getting up. So the server The server, she says, we up there, I'm talking with her and everything. And I'm looking at it because see, I need to know the process. You need to tell me the process just in case this huge ship sink that we on. So I say, well, um, do y'all have how many life jackets do y'all have? Do y'all have enough life jackets for everybody on this boat? And she kind of went this snickling. She said, yes, we do. I said, so what is your process for if the Titanic sinks or if the wind blow us over? Because mind you, we never left the dock because the captain, lieutenant, the minister, the bishop, the prophet, the evangelist, the teacher, he made the decision that we don't need to go out in the ocean. And thank God he did. Because I cannot swim. So I'm asking the girl, I say, well, okay. And I said, well, did y'all go through the process? She said, well, I don't know anything about a process because we never had that to happen. I said, but do y'all practice the process just in case? You know that the lieutenant, the captain, the minister, the prophet, the evangelist, the bishop, he was the one that led the wedding. He affiliated um, Mrs. Fletcher and Mike. She tells me they went through the process. So I'm like, girl. So you mean to tell me if this ship was to sail out in the ocean and the wind blow us over, y'all don't have no type of process? Even schools have a fire drill just in case of a fire. They also have a tornado drill. They have a soft lockdown in the heart. So you mean to tell me we get way out here on this ocean? Cause Cassandra already know I can't swim because she done already told me all lives are for themselves. She gonna tell me she can swim, but my life is on its own. So I'm like, y'all don't even have no problem. I was like, okay. I said to myself, I know who will be getting a life jacket, but we never went anywhere. But because it was a simple fact because we was way out in the middle of the ocean. We had to walk about a mile and a half to get to the dock, which were where the Stellaris, the huge ship was. So all this stuff is going through my head. So we had fun at the wedding. We had fun, tables were fun and everything. Beautiful wedding. First floor, second floor, third floor, all decked out. Wasn't nobody on that wedding but us. It was us. Just the wedding people, everybody in the wedding. So it was beautiful. When I tell you I had to it took me about this whole week to recuperate from the wedding, just for a few hours for a wedding. Monday was definitely off the chain. So I would say if you're gonna have a wedding, consider Yacht Solaris. You get a huge ship. These I need to send these people a a stipend. Is it a stipend? But if you're gonna Solaris is a huge yacht that you can actually get on and book your wedding, book the whole thing. You get a one in all bondage. You don't have to worry about no minister, a pastor, a apostle, a bishop. The captain, he does it all. I don't know if he licensed or that ordained or what. He show affiliate their wedding, so he does it all. He does it all. But it was beautiful. I enjoyed myself. And we all left that day. Not the same day, but we left the next day. I'm having to be careful with what I say. That's why this story is like it is. It's a true story. It's just, the names that may be involved. You have to protect people identities. Because some people you can't let it be known who they are. So yes, it was so beautiful. Ooh, affiliate or officiated. Yeah, that word. That the officiated. Yes, it's officiated. Oh, I get up here messing up all of these words. Y'all, please forgive me. That's why some words I just spell them out because I don't want to get up here messing up words. I think I'm still having hangovers from that. Now I don't drink. What I mean hangovers, I mean, because that was a beautiful place where we was at. Oh, it was so beautiful. I'm gonna have to go book me another trip to go there because I need to let my hair down. I think I let my hair down too much. Oh, and we danced at the wedding. I danced. We all dance. When I tell you we got down to the get down on the dance floor, that's what I meant to say. We had two dance floors. I don't know what happened to that first dance floor. It started off somewhere, but that second floor dance floor. Have y'all ever been to a wedding that had two dance floors? But it had two dance floors, but we started off and we turned it out on that second dance floor. Ooh, it was before it was beautiful and everything. But of course, if you all go to Destin, Florida, I'm gonna let you all know right now. Or what is Destin, Florida, and Miramar Beach, whatever it's called. If you go to those, I will tell you they have curfews. So if you thinking you finna go to some cities and you finna hang out at 11, 12, and 1, and you finna go eat out at the restaurants in the lounge and you finna have some fun. No, everything's shut down at 10 and sometimes at 9 because they'll tell you, well, we've been open 7 days a week. So what do you expect for us? I said to myself, I told Lanika, I said, really? He didn't want, well, see, Barbara, and she was like, we just want some food. That man looked at us when we were coming in that restaurant. Oh, that man looked at us when we came in that restaurant. See, I was standing behind Lanika, Barbran, and Yantessa. He looked at us. I saw the look that man gave us. This was before the wedding. I saw the look that man gave. I said, now watch this man come up here. He finna tell us a lie. He ain't finna wait on all y'all niggas. He came up there. His face was like, when he saw us come through that door, they weren't looking, but I was looking because I like to watch people's face because I already scoped out the restaurant before we walked in. And one but two people sitting in there. See, Lanika had already said, ain't nobody in there. Barbara was like, did we come here for the food or for the people? When I tell you that Barbara is off the chain, that man looked at us. That man was like, I'm not finna put up with this BS. He came up there. He even started it off to my some of y'all placing a to-go order. That man said, are y'all placing a to-go order? They were like, I'm standing from before because I already know what this man, what he giving. That man ain't want to be bothered. That man said, we've been open 7 days a week. We working up in here like Hustle and Flow off the movie. I'm having to hire hookers to come up in my place to help feed the people. He say, that man say, Lanika was like, oh, we good. Barbara didn't say nothing. She just walked out. Barbara was like, she wasn't having none of that. She didn't say no, nothing. Them people shut down at 10. The curfew, they don't really have a curfew, but you might as well say. Then we went to another restaurant. Lanika said she looked at the restaurant and she said the hours was it's supposed to close at 11. That man came out there. The kitchen is closed. She say, but y'all hours say 11. The kitchen is closed. I say these people on a curfew. When I tell you, we had to stop at the Circus K's, pick up some Snicker bars and some cheddar cheese crackers and a crunchy munch and some water and some Gatorade. That was all that for that night. Everybody was hungry except me because I had gotten something to eat before I got there because I said, "Ooh, Lord, ooh, ooh, we made it through the wedding of the century, y'all. If y'all need to plan a wedding of the century, y'all could come to me. I can help plan y'all a wedding. Now, see, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, all this niggerig stuff that people be having going on with their weddings. Weddings don't start on time. Y'all get me as a wedding planner. This wedding, if this wedding's supposed to start at 6, I'm gonna make sure you there by 5:30. At 6, we will be starting that wedding. I don't care if you there or not. This wedding will be starting. We will place a doll up there and say you are the maid of you are the what it is, the bride or the groom. If you're not there, this wedding will start on time with or without you. Just like if you die on your company, their company still keep going with and without you. Ooh, let's have a drink. think that is it. I think that is it on this wedding. I did state that because I said, sometimes, with wedding planners, I wouldn't mind being a wedding planner or a director. They would not like me because I just, come on, Missy Elliott. We got a wedding to do. You better tell them to use their sewing machine and stitch your dress up because this wedding starting at 6. Do you want to be at your wedding or do you want me to place a mannequin doll in place of you, Missy Elliott? She said, "Hi, Lara, how you live at work?" Oh, how I live at work? Oh, oh, goodness gracious. Okay, everyone. You all stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're talking about the wedding of the century. Y'all, I'm gonna have to go, but y'all give me 2 minutes and I will be back because I have to do Fun Day Friday. This is live number 2. So when I tell you one thing, this Monica, she gets on here talking about some all giving her a recap. She don't went all in Miami, Florida, and Tampa, and then she come back and get on live to my so what I miss. Give me a recap. Okay, everyone. We have to go into what is it? What they go into? I have to go into the dressing room so they can actually get me ready for the third segment. So I will be back in a few moments. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to Say It Larry J. And I will see you all soon. So I will see you all soon. And make sure you click that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell ding dong so you know when I go live. Thank you so much for tuning in. I shall return. Have a great one. Bye. Okay, Monica and Cece, I just want to let you all know I have to go into the dressing room and get remade over again. But I will be back in 2 minutes or one to do another live. Chat with you all later. Bye.